Hey, I just wanted to jump in and do another quick Duke build thing to see what I can remember this week. Had to put some thought into this, and what I'm going to do is, this is the last week I will do a can I remember from scratch how to use it, because like I said last time, you saw how little I could remember, and back in the day I would have looked up controls. But it's just fun to see, you know, I learned the controls back in the day. Can I retain any of the information? So, I mean, we got as far as making a small room last time. So this time I'm going to do the same. I haven't looked up any controls. I haven't looked up any YouTube videos, how to use build or whatever. But so we'll do that again this week to see how I can build from that. But then between this week and the following week, I'm going to look up the controls just so we can speed up the process and more remember how to use the different things you can do in next week's episode, rather than sit here poking at keys. And I'm hopefully, you know, from where I got to last week, I should be able to do more this week. So let's jump into it. I've also changed the setup slightly, so hopefully it'll work a bit better this time as well. So I think I need to go there, and let's get into it. So I mean, last week we what's it done? Oh, there we go. My screen went blank. I can still see it here in OBS though. So you can tell I haven't been into it between last week and this week, because I still need to look at the name of the directory. Oh, it should just be build, isn't it? Takes a while to load. Oh, I think that's right. If I press enter, once you've been into 3D, I don't know, it keeps defaulting to 3D. Let's go escape and let's go load. And we have a new board, which is what it automatically saved as, but total crap. There we go. And here's the room I did. The room I did last week, which looks like this. There we go. All right, so let's have a quick look at what I want to try and achieve. And I'm going to try and make sure this isn't too long a video. But I remember distinctly that, yes, we've made a room, and once you've made a room, it's fairly easy to grab a point and manipulate each point. It's changed the gridding. That's interesting, because we were about there, weren't we? Let's just go there. There we go. Let's straighten that back up again. But I do remember distinctly you can add points between points, so that you can then extend the walls out and make, you know, corridors and stuff like that. So I want to see if I can remember how to do that. And also, one of the main things I want to just try and achieve is, how do you select things in the 3D view so that you can actually change the textures? And I think that's, if I can get that done today, I think those two things, that would be great. Now that's interesting. This is a brand new mouse I got the other week. It was having issues on the vertical just now. Might be particular to build. Interesting. Keep an eye on that. That's what you get when you buy a $50 keyboard and mouse gaming combo. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. So, can you click on a wall? No. Can you? I don't know why I've got this thing about L doing something. Nope. T for textures. Right click doesn't do anything. Ah, okay. Maybe this won't be the thing to try and achieve. Enter's going to do nothing. I know you. I'm 100% sure. I'm 98% sure that you definitely select surfaces in the build mode. And a couple of things you can do is obviously change the texture. You can change the texture. You can. Now I'm thinking, do you just simply hover the cursor over a thing and use the arrow buttons? No, not the arrow buttons, the plus and minus. The plus and minus there don't. What about, yes, I've got something now. Okay, plus and minus on the numeric keypad, depending on where I put my pointer, that is how you change the brightness. Beautiful. Okay, good. So, and that's how you do your lighting, really. You sort of fake, you know, and give it a bit of variation, so that there's sort of more. And that's one thing. If you watch the one with the map that I built back in the day, that's the thing I hadn't really done very well. And so that's where I want to get to with this. Is I want to sort of culminate this with making some improvements to that map that I made, you know, back in the day of the place that I worked, because I think that would be a cool project to do that. So there we go. Okay, so I've achieved one thing. Okay. Now also, I know you can change the squashiness of the textures. So can I? Oh, numeric keypad is the key. So that was down on the numeric keypad. Okay, and it's going a bit. Obviously, PCs were a bit slower back then. So how can you reset it? I hope you can reset it because I've really stuffed this up. Okay, right. But basically, the numeric keypad buttons is what I'm using to do there, and yeah, now I've sort of gone to the point of no return. Okay, so that's sort of the, you know, the 8246 buttons. The middle doesn't do anything. 5 doesn't do anything, so it doesn't reset it. 0 for some reason makes me strafe and go forwards. I'm not sure why. Okay, and the full stop or delete makes me strafe the other way. Okay. 7. What does 7 do? Nothing. What does 9 do? Nothing. 1 does nothing. 3 does nothing. Right. Well, that's numlock. We'll come back to that in case the functions change with numlock on or off. The divide symbol does nothing, and the star does nothing, and enter, we know, takes us in and out of 3D mode. Right, let's try turning numlock off. So that was with numlock on, and let's try the number buttons again. No, they do the same. So numlock on or off doesn't seem to make... Oh look, I accidentally got it back to where it should be. Let's walk away. Okay, interesting. So page up, page down. Page up, page down. Moves them. Oh no. That's adjusting the height of the room. See that? See the ceilings going up? I'm getting excited. You can hopefully hear it in my tone. Because this room was feeling a bit too claustrophobic. Are we moving the floor down, or are we moving the ceiling and the walls up? There's something for discussion. Well, keeping in mind I'm looking at the thing. If I go there, well, it's going to be the same result, isn't it? But okay, the point of movement is the bottom. Right. So even if it doesn't seem to matter. It's just the whole sector or zone. I forget what they call it. I think it's sectors. Okay, I want to test another theory, because the other theory I had was that you can create a zone within a zone. Now, my question is it anything special to do that, or you just simply draw a zone within a zone and then it automatically becomes a subsector? Subsector, I'm sure sector is the term used. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so it's right in front of us. If I press space in the middle of a wall, you must insert a point there first. Is it insert? It's insert. It's the insert key. Okay, cool. Right, and now if I go here, oh no, can't. Can I do that? No, that's not going to work. Let's go back. Let's get rid of that. I don't want that there. How do I delete it? I don't know. We've got a point. We've got a point somewhere. I don't want one. That's fine. We'll keep it. I wanted that point there. I'm trying to do two things at once. Okay, what I'm gonna quickly do then is I'm gonna do this. Let's draw a little bit of a corridor here. Okay. I'm gonna do this and this. Now, why have I done 4 points there? Well, because I want to grab this point and I want to drag it out. Okay, and bring it back to here. And I want to grab this one here and bring it back onto that same line as the other one. Okay, and then drag it out. And that's why I'd always do 4, because otherwise, if I just did 2, then I'd end up making a weird shape. The wall would come like here, down, and then out. So that's what you do there. And then I can then do another corridor here. So I could go insert, blah 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 blah. It's all coming back, and let's put this here. We'll go to about there. We'll go to. Oh, actually, I'll probably. Oh no, is that? Why did I need that one there? I don't know why I needed that one there, but I'm going to create another one here. Okay, that's going to be a bit better. I'm actually going to take this one all the way up to here. Let's create another couple of things. I mean, you can easily add them as you go, as you can see, where you think you need them. Because I need an extra one there. Do I need an extra one there? I probably didn't. I'm probably creating too many walls now, and it's going to slow everything down. Everybody's going to go, this isn't very optimized, is it? Well, no, it's not. But that's fine. Okay, we're just sort of messing about. So I don't really need that one there, but I don't know how to delete it. So it's tough. We've got it. There we go. Starting to make things look a little bit more interesting. There we go. So that's like that, and you go around like that. Okay, cool. So you can start to see how easy it is to start shaping things. But now what I can do is, because things have got different sectors, I should be able to go there. Okay. So I'm still missing something, because what I should be able to do is select an area and raise or lower that area separately. Not remembering how. Okay, let's try another thing. I want to try and see if I create, and I just want to be sure where I'm doing it. Zoom out a little bit. Oh, I just pressed S. I think that's a spawn point. Oops. Control Z does nothing. How did I move that? Why did I move that? Don't know. There we go, fixed. What does S do? Sprite, a sprite, but what is the sprite? Well, we'll find out. Alright, I've inserted a sprite. S inserts a sprite on the map. But that's weird, because we were pressing every key under the sun and that didn't, but we didn't have a sector. Alright, now what I want to try and do is create a subsector. So do I just draw a sector within this sector? And does that automatically make it a subsector? Doesn't seem to, because from memory, subsectors have red lines. Let's see what it looks like if I go in. Nope, it's just created. That sprite just looks like everything else. That's interesting. And all that sector has done is just created a column. And all I'm doing is raising and lowering the whole thing. So a subsector, basically, that's how I did the desks and stuff, is I sort of created subsectors in the shape of desks and then rose them out of the floor. That's what I'm trying to remember how to do. No, I don't want to quit. Okay, what I'd really like to achieve today is remembering how to change these textures, and it'd be nice to be able to change that sprite too. Alright, if we're facing the sprite, what do these do? Those do nothing. That moves it up and down. Home and end do nothing. Insert and delete deletes the sprite. Although oddly, my eyes, a bit of a trick, are keeping it there slightly. Not getting a migraine. Okay, what does print screen do? Probably prints the screen. Scroll lock's gonna surely do nothing. Pause, don't know what that would do. Up, down, that's just gonna do that. How do I select those? How do I change the sprite, the texture? It's not T. Tab. Oh, what does that do? Oh, that shows you. Okay. Shift. Let's do all the obvious ones. Given I've done all the clicks, and the clicks did nothing, wouldn't be that, because you wouldn't necessarily have that key. Out. It's not space. Not that out. It's not the button that changes the colours on my keyboard. Shift, enter that. Delete. No. Okay, I'm sorry, it's turned into button bashing again. What button would make sense for changing textures? Okay. Okay. I've pressed V. I've pressed V. I've pressed V. Did I press V? I think I pressed V. And now it showed me what texture I had selected. And I'm just using the arrow key to scroll through. These looks like textures and sprites. Door tile. Okay, good. But you can't have one without the other, really, of those. See that? What theme do we want for our room? What theme do we want? I can't think. What theme? Can't get away from these themes. Don't really want to do an alien-esque corridor. What theme do we want for our wall? Can't think. Okay, we will go. But these are more sprites. These look like more sprites, but they're textures as well. Is that what you had to do? You had to scroll through both? I guess you did. I guess maybe you did. So all this effort, and what I'm going to go from is I'm going to go from green brick to this different colour brick. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so that seems to work. So I press V. I press enter. And it's shortcutting the ones that I've already used. So I press V. If I'm not happy with either of those, I press V again. And then, so that's good. So it starts to add to your shortcut palette. Okay, that's good. Now, this doesn't go at all with the other one I just picked, but I don't care. Look at that. Oh, look, it's a thing of beauty. I don't know what it is, but and there we go. And we could go, can we go there? And then, oh, that kind of, now you can flip them. Oh, you can flip them. I know you can flip them, but I don't remember how, so I'm not going to. Instead, what shall I do? Oh. Okay, if it goes, all right, so what I could do, okay, so we're going to keep that one, and we will, so one of those, nope, on the textures was one of these, no, moved it. I want to move it, not squish it, but move the tile so that I get the other side of that texture, because then it would join up. But what control did I discover earlier? I'm pressing the wrong one. So that one, oh, is it this one? See if I go, that's going to squish it. I don't want to squish it. Now I'm in trouble. Now I'm in trouble. Because it goes too fast. It goes way too fast. Does it go slower if I hold down a button? I'm sure there was a way of slowing that down, because that is impossibly fast. There's no fine movement there at all. Right, there we go. What if I hold shift and do that? No. Out. No, just still does the same thing. Okay. So that moves that up and down. Oh yeah, I thought I'd found the up and down one, but I was actually moving the whole room. That's right. But I know you can do it. I know you can do it. So do I hold 5 and do that? No. That would have been too easy, wouldn't it? Oh, you piece of crap. I know you can do it though. You can slide the textures. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. What I do know is I've just created another sprite. So let's go with that. Let's move that sprite. Oh no, that's stretching the sprite. How did I move the sprite before? There we go. Down, 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 down. Right, let's change the sprite. No, that's creating another sprite. Okay, let's change the sprite by pressing V and V. So now it knows we're dealing with sprites, and this is how you put an enemy in, basically, essentially. Let's put a pig cop in, I guess. They're here somewhere. Oh, 20 minutes. I do apologize. It's not going to be a long video, is going to be my mantra, I think. Alright, we'll put this guy in because he's there. Okay, so we're going to put that guy in. And there we go. And let's probably put him a bit close to the ground, I think. Oh, now he's falling down. Okay, good. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so he's there. And that's that. Right. Well, the video's getting on. So we worked out how to make a room taller. I've worked out how to insert extra vertices in a sector wall, so that's a good thing. And I've worked out how to change textures on the walls, and worked out how to insert sprites and choose the sprite that I want to play with. I'm actually happy with that. I'm very happy, and that's again 100% all been from memory, just coming back, playing, and going, okay, this does this, that does that. So between now and next week, what I'm going to do is, I know there's other things I can do, like building subsectors, which is one of the key things you need to do. Sliding tiles is a key thing, and all of those kind of things. So I want to have, I will do some research between now and next week. This has been fun working out. Okay, I can remember, but to be honest, that's the basics, and you would build from that. You know, how to build a room, how to choose the textures you want, how to change the brightness of the texture so that you can add artificial shading and stuff like that. And you would do that, you know, so I would potentially put a light source in here, as in you fake the light source. It doesn't really become a light source. You just choose something that is, you know, that looks like lights and say, right, that's my light source. And then you would, using sectors and subsectors, so if I'd put a light in this room, but not in this room, then I might start to really dull these down here. Because obviously there's a lot less light going on in there. See, and again, that's where subsectors are key, because otherwise I'm changing the whole floor here, and I don't want to change the whole floor. I would actually sort of segment that up so that I could sort of build a bit of gradient lighting, and then as you get around the corner here, well, this is going to get really dark because you're getting away from your light source. And when you do that, this is all really coming back. When you do that, especially when you're changing the sort of ceiling and floor, that really does. It actually changes the lighting of everything. So sprites in the area would become a lot darker and stuff like that, because they would then react to the brightness of a sector. So yeah, you can do all that. Or was there another way of actually setting the sector lighting? I may be wrong there, but you definitely do need to do some manual shading of walls. I know that is definitely a fact. So there we go. All right, I'm going to stop this one there. Thank you very much if you watched this, and if you didn't, well, you can't hear me. So there we go. It's all good. Thank you. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Oh, what I will do before I close off is I'm going to press escape. No, I'm going to exit out of there. I'm going to hit save. No, I'm going to hit escape. I've just added another sprite, I think. I'm going to hit escape, and I'm going to hit save to save our work. And I'm going to do this because I can't get to my stop record button until I'm out of here, because otherwise it really messes all my screens up. So I'm going to quit. Yes, I'm sure I want to quit. Yeah, save my changes as well again, and then I can exit that, exit. And now my screens will go, DOSBox really messes up my OBS Studio. Everything jumps onto the wrong screen. So, but there we go, I'm back. Okay, thank you. Now I'm pressing stop.